Homeless youth are a hidden population. They're on the move and they often distrust or avoid service agencies. This makes it difficult to count homeless youth and even harder to ask what kind of support they need. Homelessness is often the focus of policy discussion, but the unique needs of homeless young people do not get the same attention that adult homelessness gets. In 2006, the California Research Bureau partnered with the California Council on Youth Relations to give homeless youth a voice in developing effective policies to prevent and curb homelessness. Previous research on homeless youth has sampled shelters and drop-in centers, leaving out the many homeless youth who do not access services. We wanted our research to be different, so we hired homeless and formerly homeless youth to do the interviews, hoping we could reach beyond the shelters and drop-ins. To make sure we heard from young people who weren't reached by previous studies, we defined homeless as anyone under the age of 25 who doesn't have a stable or permanent address. We wanted to include the invisible homeless population, those who couch surf or stay in hotels but share the same challenges as those who sleep on the street or in shelters.
I've lived in churches, I've lived in chicken shacks, I've lived in cars, I've lived on many carpets, many sofas.
Our team of youth researchers interviewed more than 200 people in 28 California cities. They asked how their peers became homeless and what they need to improve their housing situation. They asked questions like, how do you feel you are perceived on the street? What do you need to stay mentally healthy? Who do you rely on when you need help? As well as questions about law enforcement, education, and why they do or don't access services. An advisory group of young people in San Francisco met weekly to talk about the research and develop real policy recommendations. And our research team led 6 seminars in Sacramento to discuss the research findings in more depth and talk about solutions. From the research and policy seminars, we learned that contrary to stereotypes about homeless youth, most young people do not choose to leave home. They are pushed out. Either they're kicked out or family conflict forces them out. 95% of the young people we surveyed said the breakdown of family relationships was the primary cause of their homelessness.